everybody, I'm Carlos Mencia and welcome to the Week in Review. Our first story comes from Texas, where they're proposing an immigration law that if you hire illegals, you can go to jail for up to 2 years and pay a $10,000 fine. Unless you're doing household chores, then you're exempt from this. Yeah, so basically what Texas is saying is, hey Beaner, know your fucking place. Sure, you can cut my grass and wipe my ass and raise my kid and go on top of the roof when it's icy to fix it. But damn you if you're going to try to get a job flipping burgers. No, that job is reserved for my dumbass son who's 24 and didn't go to fucking college. So por favor, corta el zacate, ese es tu trabajo. This next story is pretty disgusting. It comes from Georgia, where two parents were put in jail for 10 years for pimping their 14-year-old daughter out so that they wouldn't have to make payments on their minivan. That's right, a 14-year-old girl. And they were teaching her that if you have sex with somebody, you should get something out of it. That's such a, man, that's not even cool. To all you young ladies out there, and I'm not talking about minors, I'm talking about 18 and over, look at me. You're not supposed to get paid for that. You're supposed to give it for free. You don't have to make a man jump through hoops and buy you dinner. If you like him, just bang him. This has been a public service announcement. The more you know. This next story comes from California, where a teacher was put on administrative leave because one of his students called 911 after he rattled a table. That's right, he shook a table to get their attention, and this girl's like, oh my God, he rattled the table, and I feel like something bad might happen. What is wrong with the generation of kids today? Rattled the table and you freak out? Seriously? I went to Catholic school in Honduras, where I got beat by all the third world kids because I wasn't Honduran enough. Where I got beat by the nuns because I wasn't Christian enough. Where I got beat by the nuns because I wasn't good enough. Where I got beat by the teacher because my grades weren't good enough. And then the priest, you know what? This is a stupid story. Just move on, because the priest, you know, that's, we don't need to get into that. We don't. Just move on. Move on, bro. This next story comes to us from Pennsylvania, where a private Catholic college fired one of its professors because they found out he was gay. Which I find astounding, because I thought they probably would just promote him to priesthood. Oh no, you know what? That's pedophilia. My bad. My bad. Hey, we got that story wrong. Sorry. On a side note, this is for the potheads. I don't know if you know this or not, but Thursday was the 46th year anniversary of a very important thing that you guys love. Pop-Tarts. That's right. I don't get high very often, but when I do, I eat Pop-Tarts. Stay smoky, my friends. In a related story, a man in California was put in jail for driving 35 miles with his wife on the hood of the car, holding on to the windshield wipers. I know I'm laughing, but seriously, here's what happened. They got into a fight, and he said, I'm leaving, and she wouldn't let him, so she jumped on the hood of the car, and he kept driving. Now, you know it's not that simple. You know he told her, I want to leave this house right now. And she said, no, you can't. He said, please leave me alone. She said, no, we need to finish this argument. He said, I'm driving away. She said, no, you're not. She jumped on the hood. He told her, don't do it. She said, oh, really? What are you going to do, drive away? Of course he's going to drive away. He told you to get the fuck off the hood. Now, listen. This is basically a problem in communication with men and women. So ladies, let me help you out. When a man in the middle of an argument says, I'm leaving, okay? You have to let him leave. Because what he really means is two things are going to happen if we keep talking. Either I'm going to punch you in the face or I'm going to shoot myself in the fucking head. Here's another one, ladies. You're out at a bar. A guy comes up to you and says, hey, how you doing? What he really means is, can we have sex later? When a man looks at you ladies and says, oh my God, that handbag goes so well with those shoes. What he's trying to say is, I am not interested in your vagina. May I have some penis, please? A study came out recently saying that men in the 21st century are actually going to be more depressed than ever. It also states that some of the symptoms, now hear me out on this, of male depression are medication through, hear me out, television, sports, alcohol, and sex. I call bullshit. Those are totally the opposite of that. Come on. If you're having sex while watching sports, while you're drunk, come on now. That's happiness. Just ask Charlie Sheen. Well, there you go. If you have any questions or comments, write them down. Funniest one gets a prize, and there you go. I will leave you with my favorite Charlie Sheen quote of the week. Check it out. If you ain't laughing, you ain't living.